Shalom Israel, happy Sabbath. Hope all is well. I've been growing my hair out. I'm trying to take the Nazarite pledge. So I'm not supposed to cut any of the hair on my head. I'm not supposed to touch any dead flesh, eating meat or whatever. And I'm also not supposed to drink any alcohol. So I'm trying to get it done. We'll see how it goes. But here's today's class. We're talking about the third woe, World War III. It speaks about it in Revelation. I'll break it down a bit. So 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 29. And it says, "Were the nations of the dragons of Arabia," so those are all the nations put together, all the Arabs that are against the evil powers out there, "shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, and all they that which hear them may fear and tremble." So this is the second Ezra. It's in the Apocrypha, and it's talking about the nations of the dragons of Arabia coming together. There's going to be a big battle. And these are all the Arab countries that are allied with Iran. So you look at Syria, you look at Hezbollah and Lebanon, Shiites, Houthis in Yemen, Shia and the two main branches are Shia and Houthi, Shia and Sunni. But it looks like a lot of the Shia support Iran. But so second Ezra, the book of second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 30. Also the Carmanians. The Carmanians are the so-called Iranians. I'll show you that really soon. "Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them." So the Carmanians, the Iranians, are going to join battle with the Arabs, the nations of the dragons of Arabia, "and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians." And I know what the land of the Assyrians are, but we'll get to that in a bit here. So I told you the Carmanians are the Iranians. If you look it up yourself, it'll say whatever search engine you use. The ancient people, known as the Carmanians or the Carmonians, in some biblical apocryphal references, were associated with the region of Carmania, which is in modern-day southeastern Iran. Ancient Carmania roughly corresponds to today's Kerman province. So that the Carmanians are the Iranians, or they're called the Medes. So yeah, we'll go over that again. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 30. "Also the Carmanians, or the Iranians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them," join battle with the Arabians from the previous verse, "and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians." And that is talking about northern Israel. Assyria, they had a post in Tel Dan. I'll get that right now. Tel Dan is northern Israel. It's the region of Dan, and they had an Assyrian post there. I don't know the specifics behind all of that. I don't know, but that's the land of Assyria that they're talking about. They're going to waste northern Israel. And while we're speaking about Tel Dan, the Tel Dan region, so what happened was a whole bunch of them got migrated to Israel. Beta Israel, I don't know what other kind of Israel, but they all migrated there. And it says, with support from the government of Israel and Mossad intelligence services, and also if you look up, Ethiopia cooperated. I don't know all, like, this is just stuff I looked up. I don't know any deep stuff about this. But the tribe of Dan, also known as Beta Israel, they migrated heavily all the way over to Israel. And Dan, I don't know much about their, like, I know a bit about their history, but it says they're serpents. And Christ rebuked them in Matthew. I have to bring it out. Christ rebuked these guys. The book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 33. Okay. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? So that's Christ rebuking them right there. The serpents, the generations of vipers. Next verse. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city. So that was a prophecy. Christ said it was going to happen, so likely it did happen. Well, it did happen if Christ said it was going to happen, so I don't know all the details of what they did or what happened, but that's what it says. Genesis 49:17. The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. So right there, Genesis, what happened was all the tribes of Israel, we got labeled by certain things, certain animals sometimes. Like Issachar was called a donkey, and Dan is the serpent. So that's it. So yeah, the Iranians and the Arabians, they're working together. They're going to waste northern Israel, Dan's area. A lot of them migrated there back with the help of Mossad and the Israeli government and Ethiopian government. So I don't know the details, but according to prophecy, it looks like it's not looking good for them. And it says, Revelation 11:14, the second woe is past. That's the second war. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So the third war, it's around the corner. None of us can avoid it. It's written in the Bible. So I'm just a messenger. I made an app if you want to listen to the Bible. It's right there. If you have trouble reading, trouble with your vision, speech, or trouble with language, it's good for kids. But yeah, you can check out the app, donate if you want. I have 1.5 thousand followers on my Facebook, and I'm growing. And I appreciate all the help. And Shalom, have a good Sabbath.